anxious. Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So as you guys have probably seen from my little April Fool's trick, I am at Incheon Airport and I'm going on a trip in our favorite rocket ship. So right now I'm waiting for my flight to Singapore and I'm only there for a few days. It feels weird. I'm not working. I feel a little bit like anxious because I'm not making money and I'll just be like losing money. I've done solo traveling before, but it wasn't for that long and I always like met up with friends. This trip is my first like, oh, if things go bad, they go real bad because I'm not with anyone. I will be meeting with like a few friends here and there, but it's like very brief. A majority of my trip will be spent. So I think this is a good time for me to like push myself to be a little more social or a little more extroverted and also learn to be just comfortable being by myself, because if you guys know, I really hate eating outside at restaurants alone. I always need friends to be there with me if I'm going out and stuff. Maybe I will get sad at some point, but this is all a learning process. I need to soak it in. Honestly, I was really scared about, because y'all know I got plastic surgery, so I was scared they would be like,
"Is this really your passport, sir?"
My goal for this trip is to, first and foremost, have fun, and second is stay alive and not get kidnapped or have any of my organs sold unless I give consent and I make the money from it. So let's manifest a safe trip. Sorry, I've been just rambling, but there's no elevator, so I guess I'm lugging this up these stairs. Wow, 신기하다. I think I'm just gonna go to sleep for today because I'm really tired.
JK, I lied.
Hello. I feel like a lot of things have happened in the past 12-ish hours, but basically my phone plan got canceled, so I'm dataless, and then it's the weekend. I should probably see what it's like to go out. So after I ate dinner, I took a taxi, and so I was like, okay, I don't know how I'm gonna get back because I won't have data. I ended up staying at someone's apartment, so I'm glad I've met a stranger who was nice enough to let me stay over at their place. Pretty wild. I was gonna go to the beach today, and I was like, it'll be good for the vlog. But to be honest, I feel like crap, and all I want to do is just like walk around and explore. I told myself on this trip I would really prioritize like the things I wanted to do and how I was feeling. So sorry if you guys wanted to see some beach content, but I was like, what even am I gonna do at the beach? I feel like when you first go to like a new country, it's really good to just spend the day just walking around and looking at things. Like, I just want to like know my surroundings a little bit better. We're gonna go now. We got data. Also, I'm wearing sunglasses because why the fork not? I'm on vacation, so I might as well use these expensive ass sunglasses that I bought a few months ago. Sometimes when I see people wear sunglasses, I kind of think like they look really pretentious. I kind of get it though, it's giving me a lot more confidence. But in Korea, there's this thing called 연예인병, which translates to celebrity disease. And it's basically where you think you're like a celebrity, or if you actually are a celebrity, you just flaunt it a lot. I feel like a key characteristic of 연예인병 is wearing sunglasses, because obviously they're like, oh my god, I'm trying to hide my face so nobody can recognize me in public.
F off, Janet. I'm not going to your fucking baby shower.
You know, if you need a big confidence boost, just wear sunglasses. It's like 3 p.m. and I haven't eaten anything, so I'm currently at this Japanese place, and don't judge me, but it's kind of sad because I'm going to Japan in like 3 weeks. You order on this app, basically, it just comes out here. was gonna pass out, so I'm currently at this cafe and I am about to drink coffee.
Charging battery.
Oh, that's strong. Unfortunately, it's been really rainy ever since I got here, so to be honest, I feel like absolute shit right now because I'm still like hungover. I guess eating, I just need to wait for the food to kick in and hopefully that'll make me feel better. I'm also trying to drink a lot of water. I feel like this vlog is like really boring but chill. Kind of just tired of like constantly thinking of like I gotta story tell in this vlog, so this is the content you guys are getting. Whenever I go on vacation, I kind of just like don't look at my finances. Obviously, like I'm not gonna spend like $200 on one meal. Usually when I'm like just in survival living mode, I just always opt for the really cheap options, or I just don't buy anything. When it comes to food, at least. With things like clothes, it's a little bit different. My headache is like not going away. Normally, I would just be at home asleep, but I'm on vacation and I should at least be outside. I also didn't bring my AirPods with me. Usually I listen to music everywhere I go, especially if I'm alone. I feel like when you listen to music, sometimes you kind of zone out, but you don't live in the present. I feel like personally, if I want to enjoy a place, I really need to sit down and soak in the sounds, the sights, the smells. And sometimes music really like dulls those senses. But yeah, I wonder how long it'll take for me to get tired of myself and my own voice. My goal for this trip is to like, because some of my friends who like solo travel, they're really good at just spontaneously making friends. So my goal is to kind of channel that energy. Usually alcohol helps, but I want to be less reliant on alcohol and I want to just learn how to just be comfortable socializing and talking to other people. Okay, I'm just gonna zone out, so yeah. Oh my gosh, copyrighted music, but I'm inside a Nike store and I'm hoping they have dunk lows. If you don't know, dunk lows are literally impossible to find in Korea. I've been eyeing them for a really long time. I know it's very basic, but you know, they're popular for a reason. If I can find them here, I will literally throw up and cry. They didn't have it. I'm very disappointed. Honestly, if I go to these 5 different countries and I can't find a single one, then I think I'm just gonna roll over and give up. I also really need a bag. This little camera bag is not gonna cut it. It can literally only fit my camera and my camera equipment, so hopefully I can find one on this trip because I feel like this is when I need it the most. I think the coffee is kind of hitting though. Wait, this store might... Does this store have it? This is another shoe store. They have it. It's right in front of me. Can I try this in a size 6? And then do you guys have socks?
Yes, I have disposable socks for you.
Oh, okay. Yeah. We did it. I spent like almost 2 years looking for this. It feels nice. It was pricey, but I think it was worth it. Watch me find it cheaper at another country. But you know, the number one rule when you're traveling, if you see something, you should just get it right away because you don't know if you're gonna find it ever again. This is so funny. 10-minute Korean style. When these places market themselves as we do Korean style hair, it's usually like not the case, but
A few inches later.
I'm on my way to like the Chinatown here. I heard there's this really nice food center that's kind of like a food court. I'm walking along this really nice river area. People are walking, there's boats. There's so many different options. I'm very overwhelmed. You guys know how indecisive I am. It's gonna be really hard for me to choose what to eat. Obviously, they probably only take cash here. Make sure you prepare some cash ahead of time. It's just a very like communal experience too. Some of these people who are sitting together, they don't actually know each other, but they kind of have to sit next to each other because there's like no space otherwise. I think that's pretty cool because it's a good way to meet new people potentially without going to a bar or without drinking. Let's look for something to eat first. I think I'm gonna go with this. The way I kind of think of it is like ramen. Noodles are nice and chewy. The variety of meats really adds a lot of flavor and texture. This is just a very complex dish, and normally for soups and stuff, I don't always drink all of it because I usually get really full. But for this soup, it's just so rich and creamy, but it's not the texture that's creamy, it's more of the taste that's creamy. Coconutty. It also has some hints of local curry, and I really just love the aromatic flavor of it. It's not too spicy. It has a kick, but I'm not like panting every 5 seconds for a breath. I really like things that are a mix of savory but also a hint of sweet too. I definitely recommend trying this if you come here. So I'm at this building called the Parkview, and it's this really bougie building that the locals call the Batman building or the Gotham building. They have this bar here, and in 2021 it was like number 16 of like the top bars in the world. Really so pretty. Look at the design of like the ceiling. The architecture is so immaculate. Like there's more alcohol bottles on the shelves, well detailed and thought out. I'm sure at night the bar is just beautiful because it probably like lights up. But let's take a look at the outside. Even the outside is very, very beautiful. The statue, Snail Queen. So we're heading back towards my hostel because there's just a lot of like little cafes there. It's like really humid today. So let's go find a cute place to go to. So cute. I guess they have their own coffee beans too. This place seems pretty legit. It literally looks like a drink from a bar. So cute. Ooh. Oh yeah, that's definitely coffee. When you're traveling, you just want to like go to a lot of different places and like hit all the like big touristy spots, especially if it's your first time in a country. At first I like wanted to do that, but I just haven't really felt like it. Like, am I really just going because I want to, or is it because I'm just going for the Instagram or going for the YouTube? I think something I'm slowly learning is, especially for people who are on social media, or even if you don't vlog your time on vacation and show it to other people, you still kind of feel like, oh, I have to do all those touristy things, which is okay. But if you feel like you're forcing yourself to go, like, don't. Maybe I'll regret not going, but I think what I need now is just to rest and explore the city more than just going to all the very, very touristy spots. I'm still gonna visit like the hotel and like just look at it, but I am really excited to see I think it's called Gardens by the Bay. I was in the movie Crazy Rich Asians. We made it to the Marina Bay Sands and also where the Gardens by the Bay is. But it's like really, really pretty, and I'm excited to see what it looks like at night. Wow. Oh my god, look how pretty this is. I thought about going up the bridge thing, but one, I'm not like super good with heights, and two, you gotta pay, and I don't feel like I would really enjoy the experience enough to be willing to pay for it, so I'm just gonna observe from afar. It's very pretty though, and I'm sure the view is absolutely amazing looking over everything from there, but that's a hard pass for me, dog. This place is very much giving Blue People Avatar or POV, you're a freaking ant in a bug's life. Alright, we're going into this place. I think it's like another food court thing. There's like a lot of shit here. I decided to get a vegetable doom biryani. Sorry if I like botched the name. It's a Michelin Bib Gourmand Award winner for 6 years straight since 2016. It looks like really healthy, so I'm excited to eat it. Wow. It's just so earthy, but I really like foods that give off kind of like an aromatic flavor. I think they did a really good job of like not making it too herby. Pleasant kick of spice at the end too. Now that I'm at the airport to go to Vietnam, I guess I just kind of want to give my final thoughts about Singapore. I know a lot of people say you don't need to be in Singapore for more than a couple of days because, you know, it's like a small country and there's not a lot to do. There's the few key things like the Marina Bay Sands Hotel and Gardens by the Bay. I definitely recommend coming on a weekend too, even though it might get a little bit crowded, because I'm sure you would want to explore like the nightlife and just how things can be all bougie like that. I think it's a very safe country. Never at one point, even when I was walking around at night, did I feel like my life was in danger, which unfortunately you can't say the same for every country.
Cough cough. America.
In terms of just everything else, it's just a very culturally rich experience because I'm sure if you walk around and travel here, you'll find out there's so many different like little neighborhoods, each that is based off of its own country. There's a Chinatown, there's Little India, there's Arab Street, and I think the people here were just really kind to me, even if I'm like look a little bit different. And I was very fortunate to have met some pretty chill people even on my experiences alone. I would say there are a few things that maybe I wish I tried, like exploring more of the Gardens by the Bay, maybe earlier in the day because I went in the very evening. I feel like it's not a bad solo trip destination either. Overall, I really enjoyed it and I feel like I learned a lot, not just about the country itself, but even just myself as well. One thing I'm regretting, but I think I'll come back in the future, is staying at the Marina Bay Sands, even if it's just for one night, because I know it's expensive. What I learned was that you can't access the really famous infinity pool unless you're actually a guest. I feel like you would kind of want to spend a Friday or Saturday night there. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.